Hey guys, today I have a Whirlpool matching washer. It's an HE washer and electric dryer set. And right now I've got it filling up with water. I've got an extra one of these little lock strikers here, so I put it in here. That way we can see what's going on with the lid up. Otherwise it would be locked. You wouldn't be able to open it. It's adding the water in right now, saturating those clothes, getting ready to go as it's sensing the load. Now we do have a deep water option, which gets just about full submersion, and I'll explain how all that works here in just a minute. We've got the wash temp. You've got 5 settings here, soil level. What this designates here has nothing to do with the water amount that it's going to use. This has to do with the timing. How long is it going to agitate those clothes? So a light agitation would be like for a quick wash. Or you could put it on heavy for it to spend a long time agitating those clothes, getting everything really clean. And a lot of times that's where people run into trouble with their clothes not getting clean on some of the newer models. They need to actually have it set to heavy or medium, or pretty much to heavy, especially if you work like construction or drywalling or something like that. All of my stuff gets washed on heavy, so it spends the most amount of time. You want to make sure you're using the right type of HE soap. Can't use the old stuff. Over here you've got a couple different rinse options. If you select with softener, it's going to do a deep water rinse, so like a full submersion on the rinse cycle. That's kind of the difference, and you can do up to 2 rinses that way too. And you have a pre-soak option for clothes that maybe you've got something you want to shout out, or oxy. Tons of options on this washer, in other words. And like I said, it's getting filled up right now, so I'm gonna allow it to fill all the way up, pretty heavy towel load, and then we'll come back once it's full and agitating. Alright, so we're back and we've moved out of the sensing into the actual wash. Now it still might stop and add a little bit more water, but at this point it's pretty much done. And this is what you're left with here. So just about full submersion, as you can see on the side over here. Now how this works, it's not the old style with the center agitator that fills all the way up with water and chugs the clothes and beats them up on the agitator. It's not how this works. This is kind of like a front load washer turned right side up. And what I mean is, so on a front load washer, when your clothes are tumbling, the clothes are falling on themselves with the soap, and that's the only agitation that happens. Same kind of idea here. You do have the plate on the bottom, and what that plate does is it moves these clothes up through the middle, agitating the clothes on themselves on the bottom. Then these clothes will push out towards the side and just do this continuous cycle of agitating on themselves and the plate on the bottom with the soap. Now I use like that much soap. I don't use very much at all in this testing process, but at home you use the recommended amount of soap. This would all be pretty soapy, and so it's saturated with soap, it's saturated with water, and these clothes are just continuously going through agitating on themselves. It's a system that works as long as you know how to use it. Anyway, doing a great job. The other thing that's really nice is super quiet. I've got my AC running in the background. You probably can't even hardly hear this over that. So I'm going to show you when the drain kicks on and runs next, and that it's got a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle too. All things you'd want to check out if you were standing here yourself checking it out. You get to see all that works, so that when you get it home and plug it in, you know you're going to be good to go. Then when it's all done, we're going to get the dryer over here, and I'll show you the dryer works perfectly. So we'll come back. All right, we're moving out of the wash cycle. It's draining that water out. Hear it on the drain there. Draining out nice and fast. And so once it's done draining the water out, it's going to spin to extract the soapy water, or in this case the used up water. And then once it's got those real light, it will go through this 1 rinse cycle, fill back up with fresh water, agitate for a bit with that fresh water, and then it'll spin out for the final spin cycle, which is what I will come back for next. Then we've got the dryer up here, and we're going to show that off once it's all done. All right, we're on to that final spin cycle. Now sometimes in the video it looks like these are flashing. There they go, they straightened out. I don't know why, it has something to do with the refresh rate on my phone or something, but they're always solid, they're never flashing, so if it looks like they're flashing, they're not. But we're on the final spin cycle. Once again, we've got that lid lock bypassed so that I can show you, spinning nice and fast. It's got that kind of cool blue agitator down there. You really see what's going on. Spinning super fast. Now it's going to spin like this a couple times to get max extraction out of those clothes, but as you can see in here, sounds great. It's virtually silent. I'll let this finish up. When it's all done, we'll move those clothes over to the dryer. Alright, now we've got the washer cleaned out, cleared out. Huge capacity on that one there. See, I've removed my little bypass, so that's closed up, good to go. We come over here to the matching electric dryer, and I've got it set on time dry, high heat. You have 3 heat selections. Cycle signal, you can turn that on or off, so it'll buzz at you when it's done. And wrinkle shield, you can turn that on or off. This allows you more time to get back to your clothes and fold them up before wrinkles set in. So it gets down here in this time table here, and every 10 minutes it's going to kick on for 5 or 10 minutes and kick off, and just does that cycle, I believe, for up to 90 minutes. So it's a cool little feature. You can turn it on or off if you want. You've also have optional steam settings. I don't know if you can see that, but that's a steam option, and all you have to do is just split. So you go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get a hose splitter and run an additional cold hose from the washer over to the back of the dryer. Right on the back, it screws in just like it does on the washer. And then that's all you have to do. And then you have steam that you can use on this if you want, and you'd set that here. So what that does is that's like a permanent press for your clothes. So you don't have to use it, but it is there if you want. And I'm going to show you that this is in fact heating like it's supposed to. You got your lint trap right here. Make sure that's cleaned out before each and every load so you get good airflow. Right in between those 2 red dots, we're taking a surface temperature measurement. 76 on top of the dryer. It's about 73 on the floor there. So we'll go ahead and open this. You can see everything's tumbling like it's supposed to. Nice hot coming out of that heating element tube. So the heat comes from back here from the heating element, comes out that tube. That's why it's super hot right there. It's going to heat the inside of your dryer anywhere from about 95 all the way up to 195. It mixes the hot air with the clothes and then out right there where the lint trap catches it, and then it goes out the back of your dryer. So super important that you have good airflow. And that's it. We're going to go ahead and get this like new condition set listed up for sale. If you have any questions at all, feel free to reach out. And I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. Thanks, you guys. Have a great day.